Currently starting a new series of videos called Scary Story Time with memanbrofist. Because I just want to do a little bit of scary stuff in my videos, because I don't really have that much scary stuff in my videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and start. Now, this story was made by me, and none of the characters in it are real. This never did happen. It's just a made-up story that I just wanted to read. Alright guys, so let me get into it. Me and my friend Eric were at his house watching TV. He invited me over because his mom and dad were out of town. After the movie ended, me and Eric decided to play video games. At first we started out with Minecraft and played all of his games up to Call of Duty. After about 2 hours of playing Call of Duty, we got hungry. It was about 2 a.m. and I thought nothing was open, but Eric told me about a small pizza place down the road that delivers all night until 6 a.m. So I called the pizza place, and they said they would be there as soon as possible. About an hour passed, and I was so hungry I wanted to eat the gum that was in my mouth. After 15 minutes, we heard a knock at the door. I jumped up and said, "Yes, the pizza's here." I opened the door, but no one was there. Eric said it was probably a stick that flew off the tree since it was a windy night. After another 20 minutes of waiting, I called the pizza guy, but no one answered. Then the doorbell rang. I looked out the window, and thank God, someone was standing at the door. When I opened the door, it wasn't the pizza guy. It was a tall man wearing a gray jacket with his hood covering his face. I began to shut the door, but he put his hand in front of the door. So I reopened the door and slammed it as hard as I could. I heard the man screaming while kicking at the door. I ran upstairs and told Eric to get the bat. He asked me why, and I told him someone was trying to get in the house. I could see the fear in his face when I told him. We hid under his bed. 5 minutes later, we heard the downstairs window shatter, then footsteps coming up the stairs. I told Eric to stay quiet. Eric's bedroom door opened, and he began crying. I covered his mouth and told him to shut up. The man walked into the room, and Eric stopped crying. I ran out from underneath Eric's bed and grabbed his golf club and hit the man in the leg, grabbed Eric, and jumped out the window. Me and Eric ran to his front yard and hid in the bushes. The man stepped outside the front door. He scanned the tree line. I felt him look at me 5 times. The man yelled for us to come out. He opened his jacket and exposed a small object sticking out of his jeans pocket. My heart dropped when I realized what it was. It was a small handgun. I got my phone out to call the cops when I got a text. He started walking straight towards us. As soon as he reached the bushes, Eric jumped out of the bushes and started hitting the man with a stick. I ran for Eric's house, expecting him to follow me, but when I turned around, I saw the man hitting Eric. Eric fell to the ground. I didn't know if he was dead or just knocked out, but I didn't have time to check on him because the man was at least 10 feet away and coming at me fast. I ran inside and shut the door, but by the time I was upstairs, I heard the man kick open the door. Then he ran up the steps. I ran to Eric's room, but before I could get underneath the bed, the man was standing in the doorway. He revealed his handgun and pointed it at me. I closed my eyes and prayed. Then the sounds of gunshots interrupted the silence in the room. But 2 things weren't right. 1, I wasn't dead, and 2, the gunshot was not from a handgun. I opened my eyes and saw the man lying on the floor, and Eric was standing in the doorway with his dad's hunting rifle. Eric dropped the gun and began crying. I never thought Eric could shoot someone. While Eric was crying, I called the cops and reported a breaking and entering. The cops came and were doing a murder investigation and were going to press charges on Eric, but the charges were dropped to the reasons of self-defense. And me and Eric were only 13, so there wasn't much personal. We couldn't get much punishment from that. It's been 2 years. Until this day, Eric still doesn't want to talk about it. But I never knew what happened. To the pizza guy. All right, guys. Thanks for viewing this. I mean, this is the first scary story I've ever done. But thanks again, and I hope you like it. Peace.